One time for the one time. It's the family bloodline.
Welcome back. It's been a little bit of a minute.
Welcome back.
Yes.
What's been going on, everybody?
That is the question. That is the question.
Let's see.
There's a lot been going on happening in life. I've been on the road a lot. Back and forth from Arizona, hanging out with my babies, and a lot. I'll just say a lot. There's we'll talk once we get off the live, but I got a lot happening. I got a ton happening. So yeah, I'll share those details with you in a bit. What's been going on with you?
Just doing the things. Playing single mama right now.
Oh man, he's still at school?
Yeah, this is supposed to be the last week, supposedly. What am I doing here? Working, and so winter break is about to start for the students. So they're in all of these procedures before they go on break. So work has been crazy. The holidays around the corner, a lot of holiday parties and pop-ups and Friendsmasses and Secret Santas and all that kind of stuff going on right now. So the anxiety is high.
Oh
right
no.
now.
Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. You'll beat it. It's that time of the year though, you know.
Yeah.
That's the truth about it. So don't know if Dirk's gonna make it. I know he's still at a game. He thought the game would be over right now, but kids are still going. They're still going. So hopefully he'll be able to hop on a little bit later. Let's backtrack a little bit. Because we haven't been able to be on in a while. What all did y'all do for Thanksgiving?
I hosted in my house. Some of the fam was in Dallas, with some other family. But I hosted the family that was here. It was mad busy. I could not, I lost my phone the entire day. I did not find my phone until it was time to basically start cleaning up, and it was under something that I put somewhere. Like, it was wild. Like, I had my watch, but you can only do so much from your watch, and I'm like, I'm not finna text and respond from this watch. I'll get to everybody else later. I got all these people in my house, which, well, it really wasn't that much. My mom, my siblings, nieces, nephews, grandma. My grandma was out of town. Who was here? See, I don't even, it was so many people here. And my husband was home, but he was getting ready to leave, literally the next day.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so he had to be there December 1st, and he drove. So
yeah, and he went. I'm trying to think of how many hours away that is.
It's like 6.
6? Okay, I thought it was further.
Nope, it's about 6 hours.
Okay. All right. Well, it's not too bad, and
Nah, I'm trying to pull up this live real quick.
And he drove all the way there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a hell of a haul. I know I did it, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Could have flew, but then he told us some the extra money or whatever. So
yeah, it's mileage. Dang, my freaking I'm typing my names in so I can add people or notify everybody that we own. But geez, my apps are acting crazy. I
Yeah,
think.
my I'm trying to get on so I can watch, and it's not letting me.
Yeah, I don't know what all is happening, but I
I
know
don't know.
yesterday one of my co-hosts having issues. Man, I just realized why I feel off. I just realized it. I ain't got my damn hat on.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, that's
What?
that's different. I rarely do that.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
playback.
right.
It let me share it, but it won't let me watch it.
On your
Uh,
own device.
got it. Finally.
All right. Good, good, good.
But I didn't ordered a lot of stuff online, hoping it all get here on time. I'm like, oh, it's a lot, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you finished all of your shopping or what's going on, Rich?
Absolutely not. Don't
No?
even put me out like that. Don't even do not even put no. I'm not done.
Yeah, I haven't really even started, truth
See,
be.
I started, but I ain't done. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah. I've got a lot to do. Got a lot happening. The hope is my kids will make it here by Saturday night.
hmm
Once I get them once I get them here, I'll start figuring out which way to go after that. Because I got
hey, like it's too much of them. Like, I already explained to my kids, like, hey, y'all ain't getting none for Christmas. We getting passports because more than likely we finna be getting up out this country.
that's probably one of the best gifts I've heard so far.
So they're getting passports for Christmas. So I did order passport covers for them to open up on Christmas Day.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's one of the best gifts I've heard so far.
Yeah, I
Have
bought something else too, but they probably ear hustling, so I ain't gonna say right now.
right.
So
Where uh where are you planning on going first?
we gonna look a few places before we actually relocate. So
And about when are you trying to relocate?
um out of America soon.
Damn. Damn. Okay. All right.
I'm trying to get the heck up out of here, bro. Like this, like living here has added to my anxiety.
Well, how so? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Like, okay, I'm in the healthcare field and watching the people that I take care of every day coming in stressing, not knowing if they're gonna be able to pay for their care.
Mm,
Their care is going to be covered, or if they're able to pay rent because they have to between choose between rent and their care. I'm like, I don't never want to be in that type of bind.
that's that's a lot. We were talking about that yesterday on the pulse, and
hmm
like one of the things that people are about to really get hit with is the increase in healthcare expenses. I mean, it's going to hit people hard,
Yeah,
ridiculously hard.
it's crazy. And if like what it's less than 15 days now, if they're gonna still keep doing covering the Obamacare stuff,
Yeah.
it's it's like it's wild, and I don't want to live somewhere where I have to choose between eating and taking care of myself. It's crazy.
Mm, yeah, that is a lot, and that's one of the harsh realities of the American experiment, as it were, at the moment, because healthcare, in my opinion, healthcare for citizens shouldn't be a thing that's trivial,
Mhm.
especially for our government to figure out for its citizens.
Yeah.
And I'm increasingly perplexed at the level of complexity that our politicians have made it become because they want a piece of that pie that's
Right.
going to the billionaire class. And so instead of cutting the billionaires out, they'd rather starve the American people out, you know, at a while when American jobs are at an all-time low, when our economy is continuously increasing, like the price of eggs, bread, and milk is on the rise, and now you're gonna these our good people as citizens are about to be hit with 100, 114, 140% increase in healthcare. And so I don't blame you for that. What is that going to end up doing to your industry?
Um, well, the industry that I'm in is it's most of it is only some of it is like really covered under like Medicare and stuff like that. So a lot of people have to get a private insurance, like a Delta Dental or something like that, to get stuff covered. So they'll definitely be coming out of more money, and dentistry isn't cheap.
Right, right.
Like literally, the materials and the technologies that we're using is not cheap. So you're gonna have to pay for it. So we'll see. Either we're gonna have a lot of mush mouth people, or we're gonna have a lot of homeless people with some great teeth. I'm just not. I don't. I mean, there's no in between. With I mean, it's crazy to say that, but that's what it's looking like.
Hmm. And then that's for the dental industry. Like
Mhm.
we
That
we're
you
not.
have things like diabetes and cancers and so like I don't even know it's like on the medical side, but as far as dental goes, it's not cheap.
So
But
have
my work is like it's gonna be the cheapest in my area because of where I am and what because it's a school.
yeah.
So we're gonna have the best prices, but it's still not cheap.
And so have you been notified of any increases to your personal uh no? Okay, that's good. That doesn't mean it's not gonna happen.
I know. I know.
Unfortunately, it's what's going on, cousin? It's
Hey,
it's a very, very bad look. And that kind of oh, you know what I forgot?
wait.
I forgot the background music. My
Mm,
bad. There we go. And so that kind of leads us into um today's topic. Would segregation work in today's society? And and
man,
if so, how would it work? How does it look? Is it
what is it?
benefit? Say again?
Like, yeah, the question is, what does that look like?
Yeah.
Because let's see. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Lee said he was wondering where the music
Uh,
is. It's on, brother. It's on. It's on. So let's give me a second. We can start out by giving the definition of segregation.
mhm.
And let me I don't want to give my opinionated definition.
Okay. We are we looking up the Webster's Merriam?
Yeah, this is the quick AI definition. Um and segregation is the action or state of setting someone or something apart from others.
Mhm.
A model that perpetuates the segregation of older people, the segregation of science from philosophy. And so,
Mhm.
in this context, we are talking about, yep, I got you, Lee. Give me a second. We're talking about simply setting people apart, right? Now, in my opinion, in
Mhm.
my opinion, we already have cultures and communities in America that are already segregated, right?
Okay.
And an example of that is being able to go to Chinatown, or in California, there's a Japantown, there's a Koreatown, right? They're all Little Italy in San Diego. So
Mhm.
those are parts of segregation in a sense. right?
In
And
a sense,
it's not
but
hurt, but
not but when you say those things, not only Koreans are going to those places, not only are Japanese going to those places, not only are Italians going to those places, other people are allowed in those places. So when we started talking about this because of the reel that I sent, because I thought it was funny at the same time, but it also made me think
yeah.
that damn, would that work today?
Let me try to get that reel. That way I can play it and it'll help put things into context.
Yeah. I can't remember it was a while ago though, so I don't
It
know.
was.
But yeah, huh, personally, would I think I don't I want to say yes, it could work, but at the same time, I don't think it would. It'll get very murky. You know what I mean?
How so?
Because there's so many of us who marry outside of our race,
Hmm.
who have children who, by the one drop rule, are technically black. But what are we going to do about that spouse?
So are you talking about segregation in the aspect of, and I was talking to this guy on YouTube earlier, the FBA, Foundation of Black American conversation. So are you talking about segregation in that standpoint to where it's only that culture that can use, shop, have entry, spend? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Give me
Like
one.
only ones in our own schools, our own banks, our own basic our own community stores, um, our own stock market, things of that nature. But would that work? And even if it did work, how would the others respond? Because historically, they haven't responded great.
I,
Historically,
I was about to say historically, we know how they will respond.
great.
Yeah,
But
that
this
that
we're talking about today in this day and age. Like, if this was to happen tomorrow, would it work?
okay. So here is that
You find
clip.
it?
I did, and so I will. Let me. Yeah, I'll navigate using this so that we can watch this.
Okay.
Let me mute the background music so we can make sure uh we can hear what she is saying.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Back segregation.
100% disagree.
Dead and bring it back. I want to know where I'm not welcome. Okay. Put them signs back up. Colors only, whites only. Let's do it. All right. Rip the band-aid off. Especially for a restaurant. Are you kidding me? Whites only? What do I want to do in there? What they got? Mashed potatoes, mayonnaise, hot dogs. Colors only. We got seasoning, turmeric, paprika.
Okay, I like this.
Okay.
You were saying that the black excellence.
Absolutely.
The segregation is to get
The colored excellence.
Okay.
Okay. What's
Wait.
the playlist in the whites only spot? They playing Carrie Underwood and Kid Rock. We playing Babyface and Movable Planets. Ain't no overhead lighting. What are you talking about?
Wait, where am I going?
Colors.
Hell yeah.
Look at his hair. Talking about where am I going? That's the problem with North Africans.
That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. I'm in. 100% agree. Let's go.
Talking about where I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
He's all for it.
Where are we putting the Italians?
Listen,
I just want to know.
I don't need their food. I don't like tomatoes.
So they're going on the white side.
People spend over $1 trillion a year. I would love for the government to force us to spend it on our own people. You know?
This is very good.
Yes.
I like this a lot.
I brought you over to the side.
And the black airplane?
Oh, come on. The soul plane, baby.
I want to be on Soul Plane.
Yes, it's going to be noisy on there, but that's what noise cancellation headphones are for. You know what I'm saying?
And they're going to have all the good movies.
All the good movies, all the good music.
Oh, man.
And while we at it, bring back sundown towns. They never left, but...
What's that?
Well, a sundown town was back in the day during Jim Crow where black people weren't allowed to be in a town after the sunset.
Wow.
So those towns never left. They still exist in America, but they took the signs down. I want them to put the signs back up. I wanted to say 248 miles to the next town that likes colored people. Get your gas in Atlanta. Don't stop till you get to Savannah. All right?
I'm with her.
You with me?
So segregation. So there
typically work.
So I want to touch on a few points that she say again.
I said, let's do it.
Yeah, I want to be clear. She's not talking about being racist or prejudiced. She's actually the form of segregation I think she's talking about is a movement of independence, right? There's several different truths that she spoke during that clip, right? One of them being the economic structure that our culture brings to America. And I can't say that I directly disagree with her when she says forcing the government to make us spend in our own community. Now they won't do that because again,
they will not, because that's all they value from us is our dollar. But continue.
Yeah, but I think it's a hell of an idea, at least an experiment. And the reason why, well, I'll get into why later. But what do you think?
First of all, I thought that was hilarious, and it was intelligent on a layman's level. You know what I mean? So when I found myself when I was watching, I was like, that damn show do make sense. But on the other end of that, I do have white people that I love dearly that I would not want to be rid of.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like she's saying that there's no interaction with other races in America. It just says that we would be acting independently.
Yeah.
Within America, like other cultures do. I've put the link in several times.
Tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I like it.
And I do too. I will put the link in again.
The restaurant. I would like to know that.
Yeah. I'll tell you why I love living in Texas. One of the reasons why I loved living in Texas is because I knew who was racist. And I had no problem with that because I had the ability to decide whether or not I wanted to spend my money there, whether or not I wanted to try and force my way in there, or whether I wanted to just go somewhere else and be comfortable. So I appreciated people who said directly, hey, we don't really deal with your culture.
They don't see it. Can you post it one more time? Because I'm trying to do it and it won't let me.
Yeah, I tried posting it. There's only so many times you can post it on Facebook.
You got to scroll up, MC. It should be like right there. There you go. Let me post it just.
But I'm huge on economic stance. I've been an advocate for that for a while. I've been saying that.
Yes, I remember us talking about it
for years. So, and that is right, man. The tomatoes are literally originally from South America, not Italy. He caught me off guard with that comment. So from multiple different standpoints, I can understand that. All right, Mr. Brooks, we got you in. Welcome in, my man.
Thank you, sir. Hello, young lady. I don't think it would work in today's day and age. I look at our craft, right? I'm in 100. I'm worshipful number 99 in our lodge. In all the history of our lodge, I think Oscar is about to be 106.
Yeah.
We have found a formula to bring in people who don't look like us, essentially, or actually, I would say it most the reverse, actually, because it's not been black; it's been mostly white. Um, and you look at that kind of thing, and it's like really has defined and developed. I was there back in the day in 2007, where the first question I was asked is, "Are you looking for Prince Hall?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, no, I didn't even know what Prince Hall was back then." And I just don't think it would work to this day. It like worked effectively. Who best can work and best agree in this day and age. I'm again in grad school or even an undergrad. I joined Delta Upsilon, predominantly, I would call it not black fraternity. It's not one of the Divine Nine, as they call it. And still I got flack, even though I was vice president of Interfraternal Council. And I'm like, guys, I joined because of my friends. I didn't join because of ideological idea or color of my skin. This was about like who my friends were. And like I had black friends, I had white friends, I had Asian friends. Well, in Ohio, it's really black and white, really. But like, it was never about like what you look like to me. And so I just don't think it would work in this day and age. I would say one thing about this generation is to the better, relatively colorblind.
But I've heard a lot of people.
Anybody's colorblind. I'm sorry. I just don't agree with
I've heard a lot of people say that they're colorblind, and I think that being colorblind does other people a disservice, and it begins to pull away from the culture that they came from, and be able to respect and enjoy that culture that they came from. So I'm not. I won't say that I'm colorblind. I'm very color conscious, right? I'm very race conscious, and I'm very cultural conscious, because I don't want to strip anything away from anybody that their culture has enriched my life with, right? So
Okay.
I totally understand the concept of being colorblind, but it's easier to say I'm not bigoted. I'm not prejudiced in that fashion. I'm not prejudiced against a specific thing. I think that's an easier thing to do than to say that I'm colorblind, because you take too much away from a person if you say that you're colorblind. If I got a brother that's a friend that whose roots are Italian or Nigerian or Japanese or Chinese, I don't want to take that away from them, because that enriches me also. That helps
I
me.
don't think you do take it away. I remember Rishi Art telling me a story back in the day where he said, "Hey, Lee, he pulls me aside, and when Art talks to you, you know him. Like he's like when he tells you a story, he's telling you a story, like deep story. And he's like, back in my day, didn't want me in lodge because I'm Italian, and I'd be like the first Italian, and like it was a contentious vote. He wasn't trying to tell me the story for just telling the story's sake. He was telling the story of like how significant it was that I am here and that he is here. And I get that, and I appreciate that. And I look at him, he's one of my mentors, right? He's one of my closest people that I have in my life. And he's telling it to aspect of like things have evolved. Things has changed. For the better or worse or whatever. And I get what you're saying there, Bro Glass. I really do think like, okay, maybe colorblind is a very generic, over the top term, right? I'm very aware that I'm working on my tan here right now. Like, I'm very aware that it was a joke, but like I'm very aware that, my skin color and like my culture, people are like, "Ooh, African American." I'm like, no, I'm black. I've not even been to Africa. I'm from Ohio, from Cleveland, right? Sure, there's, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you're just from where Bone Thugs and Harmony's from. Very good.
All right. Like so, I look at it that kind of thing, and like and all the things that we go through, whether it be work, whether it be a social situation, and everything like that. I'm like, okay, there's 9 times out of 10, I'll be like, I was working for Oracle, then a company called Untangle, which became Arista, then Morgan Stanley. Now I'm another good company. There's a very good chance that I'm probably going to be the only black guy there, right?
Mhm.
But it never really bothered me. Lodge never really bothered me. Like I get the company of yourself and Doug Vincent and like good men who just happen to be black men, which is good. And that you get, we have like on set lately of like a Filipino movement within the craft, like since back in the day, I really look at it like learning new stuff, eating balut, like just trying different things from different cultures and different people. This is a good thing. I think that's one of those things that actually really projects us forward. To be able to be a part of different cultures and different things. And, I never knew that like the Filipino community rolls deep,
Oh,
they just bring everybody and their mom. And when one person's birthday, it's all their birthdays.
and so
You know?
but that's a part of what we're saying, right?
Mhm.
They have a movement of segregation to where they are about their culture. And
Yep.
again, segregation doesn't directly mean or equate to prejudice or racism. Unfortunately, in America, those three things do become a bit of a correlation because of how America has progressed in its different changes and stages and phases
But
throughout history.
I just have one question. So we know, like in America, the Asian community is very tight knit and they're able to sustain what they have within each other. Jewish community, the same thing.
Mhm.
Why that every other community except ours can do that?
Ooh. I really personally think like there's been cultural history in that tie to stay together. Sadly, through historical events from the black community to the Jewish community, those events have had us to like tighten it, like hold on to each other, right? I think, but it's gotten lost in the black community because it's tied into a lot of like, you don't hear Jewish community gang members. You just don't. And I'm not trying to be flippant about it. I'm just being honest. Like,
Mhm.
like you hear Jewish community movie theater rich people, like that's what you hear. And
Right.
um I just think it's kind of one of those things where the culture we haven't taken care of appropriately and where we've allowed too much nonsense to integrate or like to seep in within that culture of like staying close knit as a community. But I find it like I love my black community of friends. I have it. I got told the other day,
How many
how
black
come my
friends?
girlfriend? Go ahead.
How many black friends you got?
Probably about 10.
The
That's sure.
full black-
Hell, James knows all my black friends.
Why-
Literally, pretty much. Like, yeah,
I also
So
also
you
understand, but I also understand the culture that he's in and where he works. So the daily contact it looks different than like if I was still in St. Louis or if I was in a different area. So Poland, thank you. But
Thank you, young lady. You are off my Christmas list. Thank you.
but going back to a bit of a point, right? The reason why these other first off, I think that's a little bit of a propagandist standpoint because that's what America has sold about our culture, right?
That is
Okay.
Anything that America has that's negative, it's hurled upon our heads, and we have to bear the weight of it. Although statistics show that other cultures engage in the same, if not more, of very similar crimes, via proximity, or just simply white collar. Actually, white collar crime is perpetuated by other culture and droves a lot more. So again, there's a difference between segregation, racism, bigotry, and prejudice.
Mhm.
What's happened with our culture is desegregation. We've literally lost our economic stance, which is why politicians know they got to do nothing.
Better
Say
than
that.
ours.
Say that again, Juan.
We think everybody else's way is better than ours, or being
Yeah,
accepted by everybody else is better than being accepted by our own. And we're always so willing to accept everybody else when we're always being pushed away.
yeah,
I
and not just
sort of hear what you're saying, but I think like we can't get into this ideology of tribalism because then what? Then what?
tribalism is very different. Tribalism is
Okay.
very yeah. The
Thank
kind
you.
of
Appreciate that.
polar on it.
Okay.
I'm
Okay. Cool. Like, or I guess change the word, Lee. We can't get into this ideology of let's separate us from them because our skin color's different. Is
sure.
that better?
Yeah,
You know,
I don't disagree with that. But again, from a movement of segregation, every other culture is able to engage in that except for us. And when it comes to us, we have to assimilate, and we have to quote unquote reach another level of in order to be accepted. However, everything that we
I
produce
kind of
is
agree with that.
taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything that we produce has been taken and capitalized on after we've been demonized for doing it. From our hair to our music to our inventions to our basic lifestyle to our food. And so when we talk about segregation in this stance, again, it's not a movement of segregating people based off of bigotry, prejudice, or racism, but more so a movement of independence. And I think America at large is afraid of that part of Black independence. That doesn't mean, because I love my lodge. I absolutely love Mountain View De Anza Lodge number 194 in Mountain View, California. I love all of my brothers associated with that lodge.
Okay.
Those are my people, right? Those are my people through and through. I love those brothers. I love their families. I love my brothers in San Jose and I love my brothers worldwide. So it's not saying that we can't mix together, right? It's simply saying that as a form of independence, we have to be able to, we should look to establishing our own things. And I don't, so let's put it in this fashion. What about economic segregation?
I look at the same thing, right? So, by the way, my best friend is in James's lodge in Mountain View. I had the honor last week to be the installing officer for Mountain View DMs of number 194, and I'm a Golden Rule Lodge number 479 guy. And so it was an honor of my life for Jason Hawkinson, one of our brothers, to be able to install his whole lodge. It was awesome, I would like to say. But like, yes, they are second best lodge in the land. We are first best lodge in the land. Biased, but okay. But like, but you know, there's so many diverse individuals there that like I love hanging out with. You know, the guys, they have a young class of guys that are like that we don't even have. We have a young core group of guys, but they have a young, real core group of guys that are just coming up, just learning things. You hear from their experiences and diverse experiences. It's so cool to like listen and learn from like guys like Jimmy, who's all of like 20 3 or something like that. I'm like, oh my God, I'm 47 now. But I came in when I was 28. Now to hear his perspective on things, is so cool. Like, I'm like, back in my day, we did it uphill, backwards, barefoot in the snow. You should do it this way, young man. And he looks at me like, oh God, he's old. Like, I appreciate the diversity in like ideology, thought, culture, because I want to know. Because much as I'm a Midwestern guy who comes here now to California, and like half the people in California can't drive, especially when it rains. I still want to know where they come from and where the culture is and how they think and what they feel and why they think how they feel.
Yeah,
because I'm coming from a different spot.
Okay, but we were so basically what we were saying though, like if we were only forced to spend our money within our own community, our own grocery stores, using our own banks, actually funding our own schools and all of that.
Oh, we be screwed. I live in Sunnyvale. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
What do you mean?
I literally live in Sunnyvale, California. There is not. I have not even seen 4 black people in Sunnyvale, and I've been here for 5 years.
Where are you again?
Sunnyvale,
California. Sunnyvale, California.
This is all Indian American community.
Yes, it is.
All tech, all people who work at Google or Facebook or like high tech companies. There is not. I live in an apartment complex where I am one of 2 black people who live here, and I've been one of 2 for 5 years.
Let me read this comment on from Instagram real quick. It says the focus is different on blacks in America than on other groups, black people in America than other groups. That contributes to us not being able to work together like other groups. And yeah, I remember your friend used to live in Michelle lived in Sunnyvale. So there is a bit of a hyperfixation about the black community being able to form its own movement of independence. There always has been in America, and it's one of the things that has shut us down. And there's been such a forced movement on it that the FBI literally began to infiltrate our groups to bust them up because they were afraid of of what might come out. They've killed all of our leaders intentionally, right? So again, the movement of economic segregation isn't to separate or commit to racism or commit to prejudice or commit to bigotry. It is, however, a movement to enable, embolden, empower, infuse, educate, uplift, and give us, our culture, a platform just like everybody else has, to where we can control our narrative differently.
We need to make Kwanzaa just as big as Christmas.
see, Rhonda, what you're saying there is like, right? The first time I ever heard of Kwanzaa is literally like 15 years ago, and I'm like, what's Kwanzaa? Somebody sent me a happy Kwanzaa card, and I have no idea what day it was. I had no idea what, like, anything it was. And I'm like, what the hell is Kwanzaa? Like, and like, no joke. And nobody told me, I didn't get any education all through high school, never heard of it. All through Ohio State University, never heard of it. All through grad school, never heard of it. And then I got a happy Kwanzaa card because I'm the only person who's in the community of our friends that is black. I was like, what is Kwanzaa? Like, and I'm like, and I had to ask my friend, I'm like, hey, bro, what's Kwanzaa? And he laughs, right? And he's like, I know it's like a black holiday, but I don't know when it is. And I'm like, oh, okay. So is it during Christmas? He's like, I don't know. Like, like, you see, we can't get anywhere based upon what you just said if you don't even know what the actual thing is. No, I get it now, sure, but like back in the day, it was like I don't know. I'm like, somebody said Happy Kwanzaa, and I'm like, oh, that must be like the name of the holiday in a different language.
You guys keep going real
Yeah.
fast. I will be
Oh
back.
no, go for it.
Go for it. I'll just talk to you, Wanda. What's going on?
So I just find
It's
it
true.
very hard to believe.
Wait, say again?
Like, okay, so you said you were what, 40, what?
I'm 47.
Okay, and 15 years ago, that means you were what, 32?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Damn. Thanks. Not helpful.
And at all, okay, because like, were you adopted?
No. What are you talking about?
Like, if you're black?
I am from Ohio, so I went to the Ohio State University.
No, but your parents, are they black?
Yeah.
Okay. Your parents never talked to you about Kwanzaa?
Not at all. Not at all. I don't even think my parents ever mentioned Kwanzaa. Not in one word. We were Midwestern, like my family culture is like Baptist and Catholic, and like really that's really about it. And then obviously Methodist, and like Presbyterian. Kwanzaa never even came out of there. I never even heard the word Kwanzaa until like I was like never, not in any way.
That is very.
And I mean, you're talking Midwest and Ohio, right? Are you Californian?
Huh?
Are you Californian?
No, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, okay. I actually been to our headquarters of our company is in St. Louis, so I've been there before. But
and I've known about Kwanzaa my entire life.
Really, this is so weird. Like, I have friends who, just as you just said, right, known about Kwanzaa forever, and I'm like, where did I miss the freaking memo? Like, I'm like, what is Kwanzaa? So the only thing I heard about Kwanzaa is the Chris Mahana Kwanzaa song from like, what's that comic guy? And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess Kwanzaa's in there. But like, I literally got a Kwanzaa card. I was like, oh, cool. Happy Kwanzaa. I'm like, great. I guess it's Kwanzaa. Yeah. I just didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, I literally went to my buddy and I'm like, hey, bro, on the sly, like, all trying to be all quiet, like, hey, what's Kwanzaa? And he looked at me and he started laughing.
For anyone who's watching who does not know what Kwanzaa is a celebration of unity, community. There's seven morals to Kwanzaa. Each day is how people celebrate Hanukkah. I'm sure you've heard of Hanukkah though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in an all Jewish neighborhood in Ohio, right? So you know Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, but not Kwanzaa.
But not Kwanzaa. Yeah. All right, keep going. Seven unity. Hey, this is stuff I don't know, which is cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's 7 days, and there's a Kanara, just like how the Jewish people have a menorah. There's candles. There's one single black candle, and there's 3 red candles, 3 green candles on the Kanara that are lit on the nights of Kwanzaa, which it starts on December 26th, which is the day after Christmas, and it goes the full week. And each day has a meaning.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. I genuinely learned something new today because I didn't know. It's very cool. But
I guess everybody is brought up differently. So, hi cousin, I missed you. How was the game?
Oh, it was good. It was good. Real good. I like it when they play like hood teams, so
yes, makes it
be a difference. What was y'all talking about? What was y'all just on?
Segregation.
I'll
And
segregate.
yeah,
We were talking about my lack of knowledge about Kwanzaa, and she was enlightening me in. We were just really talking about how I grew up in Midwestern Ohio and how she had the knowledge about Kwanzaa and like what it means and everything. Because this is the first time I've heard of it. I got a Christmas card like Happy Kwanzaa. And I'm like, what? Like, and so like I was learning from Wanda a little bit of knowledge. So it's been pretty cool. What's on up, boss?
It's always good to learn something every day, something new.
I just okay. When y'all learned about Kwanzaa, how like were y'all younger or did y'all wait until y'all were like was it like y'all were older when y'all heard of Kwanzaa?
It was always a part of like elementary, and it was always a part of, you know what I'm saying, my upbringing, I should say, through school. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't really celebrate Kwanzaa, but even
Nope.
like my public, I'm sorry,
I was agreeing. I knew about it.
correct. Yeah.
Wait, James, you knew about it?
Absolutely.
I didn't know about it at all. At all. Like until I got a card that from somebody sent me, because I think I was the only black friend in the group. Like Happy Kwanzaa, I had no idea what it was. Like
That's why
no
I thought
idea.
we always. I thought it was
That's
always a part of the culture, just from that reason. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
I thought it like they made up a new holiday. They were like, oh sheesh, they made up a new holiday, right? You know, we got Kwanzaa now, yay! And I had no idea.
Did you think June was made up too?
Say again.
Did you think Juneteenth was made up too?
Juneteenth is like newly celebrated, even though I knew what it was, but it's newly celebrated. What, as of what, 5 years ago?
If you heard of that one. But let's back to Kwanzaa, the 7 days of Kwanzaa. First day is for unity. The word is umoja. Then it's Kiju, I can't say it. Kiju Chaguli is self-determination. Ujima is collective work and responsibility. Ujama is cooperative economics. Mia is purpose. Kumba is creativity. And Imani is faith. Those are the 7 days of Kwanzaa.
So like, just as you just mentioned that off, that's the first time I've ever in my whole life heard all that, which is great because now I know. Knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe, right? You know, like, but like, like Juneteenth, you just mentioned before, you've heard of Juneteenth, but like Juneteenth was never a holiday when we were growing up, ever.
It wasn't, but
no, it was like, it's only just past 3 to 4 to 5 years, and like it's been recognized. Period.
Okay. Yeah. That is Lawanda's history lesson of the day.
Yeah. Even
Wanda.
Even Juneteenth, it depends on where you're from and a little bit of your background, because I've known about it for decades. I've known about Juneteenth for decades. It was never a new thing. It was new to a vast majority of Americans when it was introduced. But again, it depends on your background and where you come from. So it's and that's part of an important part of talking about segregation, because I guarantee you know about Christmas.
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure you've heard of Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've heard of Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Right. I'm pretty sure you've heard of all of these other wonderful holidays that other cultures get to share with everybody, but our holidays haven't even been expressly shared with our own people just yet.
Hey, I did my one teach one today. Don't.
Well said, Wanda. All right, I will take that lesson learned. Check.
So I think it is important for, again, segregation. When we're talking about segregation, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. If you can look, if you can go to, again, Little Italy, if you can go to a Chinatown, if you can go to a Korean town, if you can go to Little India, so on and so forth. We've got all of these wonderful cultures doing beautiful things in America. That's a form of segregation, but we can't have that. We're never allowed to enjoy ourselves with that. And that
It's
doesn't
funny you
it
mentioned
doesn't
that. I live in San Jose on the east side, in an area they called Little Saigon. There's actually a sign that says
yes,
Little Saigon,
yeah.
and it is off by Fair Avenue in like McLaughlin, and people there are amazing. Great
Yeah.
food, great.
You've got a little
Yeah.
Havana.
Just imagine a little Black America, best soul food in a place. The hair
Ever.
braid, anything. You got the barbershops where you get your therapy. We can get our nails done where we can understand what's being said about us.
I
Little
think
Black
segregation will work. Yeah, I think it will work. You know, I think we had to go. Oh, sorry, Wanda. Go ahead. Cuz, my bad.
What were you saying,
I
Juan?
felt like I was cutting you off. My bad, Wanda.
Nope, you good. Go ahead. I was done.
No, I was just saying I think segregation will work, but I think we have to go back to a lot of the old traditions, old stuff that we used to do. Like growing up, y'all know Granny had a garden in her backyard. It's a
Yeah.
ton of Black people that don't even have a plant in their house. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Like we talked about hunting and everything. You know, these guys
Yes.
know how to butcher their own food. Like you give a Black person just give them a slab of rib, and they couldn't even tell you how to really cut it up. You know what I'm saying? Butchering, banking. You know, I think it's just a lot of
No, the Black
changes.
can.
But he's like,
I said, I know the Blacks in my family can.
right, but you know what I'm saying? But even us, like, we don't hunt like birds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or that nerds. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, in the Midwest, I tend to distribute a big dog. In the Midwest, like in Ohio, we have deer hunting season. So if you don't shoot the deer, they will eat everything in your backyard. I mean, everything. They will eat
No,
the trees. They will
I'm
eat
just saying.
like flowers. They will eat everything, and you had to shoot it. Like
When you
you're
guys,
gonna have 19 deer in your backyard, and you're done. Like
but I mean,
that's
that's
the
like the
Midwest.
only thing Black people hunt for. We hunt deer, squirrel. Well, in the Midwest, I'm from the Midwest as well. I know the South they hunt a lot more other stuff, but here in the Midwest, it's typically like deer, squirrel. You know, like
Rabbit.
but we eat turkeys.
Yeah.
We eat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Chicken.
Yeah. I think we know how
have
to butcher
never.
chicken.
I've killed a deer. I've killed a rabbit. I don't think I've ever killed a chicken in my life before. Like I saw it done where the chicken cuts off the head and it runs around with its head cut off. But like I have never killed
an experience.
Yeah. So, I think segregation will work, but we have to go back to a lot of the traditional things.
I don't think it will work. I think it's just too late. I think we're done. Just no way.
Right. All right.
Did you just say pray?
I said, well, damn.
So yeah, I think we would do well. And even if I have to separate it this way, because I know a lot of people are uncomfortable when Black Americans, I don't like calling myself African American either. I'll be honest with you, because I haven't been to Africa yet. My mama wasn't from Africa. My daddy wasn't from Africa. My grandparents wasn't from Africa. They parents wasn't from Africa, so on and so forth. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation for another time. But I think we would do well by having economic segregation. Let's see what R.L. Brown said in his opinion. In my opinion, comparing Black American minority, why?
I said, ooh, that's a lie. Okay, let's go.
It is. In my opinion, comparing Black America to other minority communities is not comparable. Foundational integrity tells us that the other minorities did not arrive in slave ships. By the way, Missouri was the gateway to the West, but was the last state to enter the Union as a slave state, which is true. And so, from a historical standpoint, he's absolutely correct. He's absolutely correct. When we did begin to establish our own things, they were again directly destroyed,
Yes.
and masterfully destroyed. Ooh wee! I got something to say in Ohio is not the Midwest. That's another conversation for another time.
Oh, all right. I want to hear this. Okay, let's go.
But when we have pushed and when we've touched the bottom of heaven in our culture, and we've done amazing, wonderful, beautiful things, it was destroyed. They have been destroyed. And the question continues even now, whenever we have something or somebody that is outwardly spoken, that is doing really well, that's to be celebrated, there's a direct shift in movement of destruction that follows them. Their character gets assassinated, right? They're not quite, or you start hearing the microaggressions, or you're very well spoken. Motherfucker, my mama was a teacher. What am I supposed to be?
Right?
Yo, you read really well. Why wouldn't I? And so
I correct people's English all the time, because bad English to me, it grinds my gears. I will correct it in a text. I'll correct it when you're talking to me. Like, it irritates the crap out of me. But with that being said, so I corrected a person of non-color the other day. The way that the look that I got.
Yeah, I think people think when you like really like pro-black or you speak on just black facts that they think you against the whites. You know what I'm saying? Like you only
100%. So I get all the time like, oh, I thought you were white because I was on the phone with them and I speak well.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but before the little picture popped up, and last night he was on the show, I was like,
no,
bro, and I ain't gonna even lie. Since you put it out there, when the picture popped up at the end of the show last night, I was like, oh damn, he a black.
My mom was an English teacher, and if I spoke incorrectly in any way, she would repeat what I said and said, "What did you say?" And until I got the point of like being able to say it correctly, right? So she used to black out the keyboard on the actual computer in order for us to type without looking at the keys. Mm-hmm. Like, it was that serious. I got 3 sisters, and they were all like, I always hated it. Now I'm like grateful for it because I can type fast as hell.
He was a white. I was very shocked when it popped up and he was a black. I was very shocked. I say last night before, like right when the show ended and the picture popped up, I'm like, God damn, he's a black. I couldn't fucking believe it.
He one of us, huh?
That's what I was like, damn, he a black.
Damn it, James, this is your fault.
It was just this.
It wasn't just. Now I don't feel bad. Okay. Am I being prejudiced right now?
But I think it's a good thing. It's like a healthy thing. It's an honest thing because literally I get it all the time. So when I went into a job interview once, and the guy's name that I was competing against, his name was Malcolm. And like they thought I was Malcolm because of the way Malcolm spoke. And so the guy they called the lady at the desk called me Malcolm, and I'm and the other guy Lee, and I'm like, hi, I'm Lee, and she's like, You could see the look on her face was like, "Oh my god!"
Like,
Like,
totally wrong.
Oh my gosh. I almost choked on my water. Okay. Woo. Okay.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Very
We
rich.
got other subjects tonight, but I don't.
Give me a second. I gotta because you sent another one. And
It was just about the holidays. That's. I mean,
yes, the holidays.
oh
The
my-
holidays. What are y'all doing for the holidays? What y'all engaged in?
What would I always do? Eat and watch football.
Fair enough. Fair
You did?
enough.
I don't know. I ain't got no true plans. I know my wife's supposed to be getting out with her grandma this year because this year this year she lost two of her daughters, so
Oh man.
she getting up with she gonna get up with her grandma and her side of the family. But like I say, I'm not sure. I don't really have nothing going on this year. I know
Yeah.
this weekend is packed for me, but next week,
I know a lot of people now tend to just stay home and chill on holidays. Like, you know how we like a family used to get together and be like a whole big thing?
Mm,
People just be wanting to chill at home. And I get it. But for me, I like to be around my family this time of year because this time of year is hard for a lot of people in my
Yeah.
family. We had a lot of loss this time of year. And I just think when we're together, that it makes it, just a little bit easier.
and then
Yeah.
having to work the next day be the hard thing too. You know what I'm saying? You go celebrate, really kick it, and then they be talking about work the next day. It'd be like you can't really enjoy the holiday.
Let me tell you, your girl then took off. She is off work. She ain't gonna be talking about. She gonna be off.
Damn. So y'all gotta work on Friday?
Some people do, yes. And
Some folks do, yeah.
the Friday after Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the same way.
I make it a goal of mine every year to get the hell out of Dodge. And again, being from Ohio, I can't necessarily go home because all my family is kind of spread out, right? Go ahead. What did you say?
Dodge was a real place. People really wanted to get away from there. That was a real place.
Wow. Okay, you're off my Christmas list. But like, so
You
now
sound
that I
like
live in,
hey to Sally, you probably don't give good gifts. No way.
Ooh.
damn, just calm down. I do my best to like. We go to Puerto Vallarta. Ivana and I, my other half, we have adopted godparents. We not adopted in an official sense. We just chose them.
Mhm.
They're from Canada. They go to Puerto Vallarta every Christmas to New Year's and a couple days after, and they're good people. And we decided that like we're just gonna go to Puerto Vallarta every year, day after Christmas to New Year's, so like January 5, and just get out of Dodge. 80-degree weather, drink some blue drink on a boat, and just get out. Because I can't go see my three sisters who are sporadically spread out in the United States because nobody ever actually always comes together. My parents, who are separated, but like in Ohio, so like I'm like great, and it's 12 degrees there, so I'm not trying to do that either. I really like what we do. It's good healing. There's not really great internet signal there, so like nobody from work can call me, and if they get a hold of me, you get what you get. So
I ain't answering no phone on vacation. The hell?
I'm a workaholic, so I answer the phone all the time. So yeah.
So hopefully I'll have my babies and we gonna get around. We gonna move around. Definitely gonna be in St. Louis. We're gonna hit Chicago. Good chance we'll be out in Kansas City for a few days and other places. I want them to be able to hang out with family again. I celebrate family. I believe in it, and I agree. I don't know what happened with families. I don't know what happened with families because it did used to be a thing where families would get together. You know, you wake up in the morning, you open your gifts, and then you head out. And you running around.
All day on Christmas.
Right.
Like all day.
Yeah.
From house to house.
It used to be like that growing up, but now it's kind of like shifted, I guess we'll call it. And you need to add on Puerto Vallarta to your list, Sir Glass. That's where you'll find me on the Malecon in 80-degree weather, working on my tan, drinking blue drinks.
I got a post on Instagram. I post asking the question as to why families don't get together. Because we broke right now.
That is also very true.
For sure.
No.
So we gotta get Brooks to a barbecue. Oh baby, that would change his life.
No. I'll make the mac and cheese. I make a mean mac.
The hell you will. No, sir.
Oh, the hell I will. Damn right I will. I make a mean mac and cheese. We'll do a blind test. See who wins.
I want to test that out.
Let's go. Challenge thrown out.
Man, I got another buddy, man. I've known this dude since like 2014, 2015. And this guy been promising to make macaroni and cheese for me and a couple of other guys for since 2015. We still ain't had it. Still ain't had it. And every time we talk about it, he'd be like, "Yeah, man, next time I bring macaroni and cheese, you know, it's my grandmother's recipe." And man, 10 years later.
That ain't me. You set the time, you set the place. Wanda, you better bring your lovely self there, and with you too, Big D, and then we'll do a blind test of mac and cheese, and to see who wins. Let's go. Challenge thrown out.
I got a question. How many cheeses you use in your mac and cheese?
Ooh, that is for. I will tell you after you try it.
No, I need to know how many cheeses. Is it more than one?
Like I said, you gotta try it.
It's more than two.
You gotta try it.
Bruh, I'm see. And let me see one damn raisin near the mac and cheese, and we gonna have a problem.
There's no raisins in mac and cheese. That's not a thing.
Oh, quick question. This is a side quest. When is Oscar's installation?
January 17th.
January 17th. All right. I needed to ask that.
There's no raisins in mac and cheese. That's just not a thing. I don't know who started doing that. I think that's like a perversion of mac and cheese.
Your mac and cheese.
Say again?
You use breadcrumbs on your mac and cheese?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
See? Let's go. I threw out the challenge. With James are gonna come up with a place. Big G's gonna be one of the freaking judges because Wanda's all biased already. So you know,
I get on the panel as well.
Yeah, all right. Hey, look, I got to come back. I got to get out to California anyway.
Exactly.
You
guys are all welcome. Heck, you know what? Our company headquarters is in St. Louis.
There it is.
So, yeah, Garda World Security Company headquarters is in St. Louis.
There you go.
So I will be out there in February, and
man, I changed my whole basement around. I can't find shit because it's clean.
What are you looking for? Your calendar?
No, I was looking for.
It's still underneath the couch.
Yeah, if I write it down, I remember it. But I'll have to my phone or something a little bit later.
I'll text you, bro. I'll make sure you get the information. Like, so, well, I'll be out there in February for all hands for our company kind of thing like that.
Every month. Look at that.
You know, but you guys need to come to California, even though Californians are kind of idiots, but like, love them to death.
Yeah,
you know.
California, golly. But I had to run earlier because I got food cooking, and I almost.
You did say you were cooking before we started. I hope you ain't burned.
That's why I ran. That's up a second ago. I was like, oh no, I gotta make sure I go get this off the stove. But because I am cooking, let's push to final. 1 second.
Let's let our guest go first.
Yeah, let's. Because Lee, I think this might be the first time you've been on the legacy table.
I think so.
Yeah. So we'll let you go first with your final thoughts.
Final thoughts. For Wanda's sake, happy Kwanzaa, even though I still don't know when Kwanzaa is. So, I would say, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, guys. It's been an honor and fun to really like learn from you guys and just really listen to the podcast over the year. I'm looking forward to the next year. Looking forward to Puerto Vallarta. So if anybody's down there, you know, like you'll see me rolling over and over and over, trying to get a tan, drinking blue drink. And I'm really excited for what we have going on upcoming. Really, I am. I think this is going to be good stuff. This is good things, and learning a lot. And I welcome 2026. And thank you all.
You're welcome.
All right, who we got up next? Juan, you want to get it?
I knew he was gonna do me anyway. Like, all right.
You thought it was coming first. That's why you like, let our guest go.
I feel like he always do me first. It is crazy. But anyhow, so my final thoughts are: will segregation work? Maybe, maybe not. Will we ever be able to find out? Probably not. But I mean, just start pouring into your community and pouring into yourself as well. The new year is coming up. It's time for the new, I know it's cliche, the new me, new year, new me. But if you feel like you need to change, do you. Don't worry about what nobody else say, do your thing. So happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa.
Whatever.
As always, guys, do not forget to brush and floss at least twice a day. Oral health is overall health, and those are my final thoughts.
That's good. That's good. Dirt, what you
got? First and foremost, love your people, stop the evil. We'll do a lot better, especially on this topic today for segregation. We'll do a lot better if we come together as one. So first and foremost, let's try to do that. I know it's easier said than done, but I think that we'll be on a greater path if we all just put our brains together and just came up with a grand scheme to just make it all work, you know, but for another day. Holidays coming up. I want to say we used to get out and celebrate with each other. I don't have no plans. I think I'm gonna put that on my agenda now to make sure I get out and reach out to family members that I ain't talked to, spoke to, or reached out to in a while, you know, so that'll be on my agenda to do. New Year, I'm gonna have me a new resolution. I think everybody needs to do something each year to better yourself, to try to at least better yourself.
Try to stop eating red meat.
Ooh, calm down.
I don't know
calm
about
down.
That. Yeah, you might be on my Christmas
calm
list.
down. I'm gonna eat more red meat now.
I might take you off the Christmas list now.
Right.
You got a lump of coal coming your way.
I'm gonna better myself this year, but I think going into the new year, I seen the effort and the improvement that my kids gave today. I mean, you know, in the basketball game. So I think I'm gonna pour all myself into them this year coming forward and just make sure that they are a better version of themselves before I, you know what I'm saying, become a better version of myself. So Final thoughts.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Right. So for my final thoughts, January, I think it was January 14th of 1963 in Montgomery, Alabama, George Wallace, in his inaugural speech, is quoted for saying the phrase, segregation today, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. And when he gave that speech, he ended up getting a standing round of applause at the end of it. Unfortunately for George Wallace, his movement of segregation was segregation to continue to practice superiority of another people. That form of segregation will always be frowned upon and disagreed. Segregation for our community is equivalent to independence, is equivalent to self-education, love, and power, progress, and movement. Segregation isn't always a bad thing. There are times when cultures need to segregate themselves to regroup and form a different foundation. I have been saying for years that the black dollar is paramount. Trillions of dollars is what we spend. And so I will stop by saying black economical segregation is something that I am willing to explore. I'm absolutely willing to explore.
Mm.
And it doesn't take any of my love away from any of my good people, so on and so forth. I simply want to empower people that look like me and those. Oh, happy holidays, all the other good stuff. Yeah. And so those are my final thoughts. So, with that being said, as always, hey, we back. If you all have a topic, question, comments, or concerns, by all means, hit us up. And don't be afraid to hop on the panel and give your opinion. Your voices matter. We appreciate them. We don't have to agree on everything. We simply have to have a conversation. Say that again, Juan.
That all voices matter.
All voices matter. Absolutely. And we believe in it on the family bloodline, the legacy table. So let's continue to engage. Looking forward to the Christmas season. And with that being said, we all, as always, we thank y'all for coming out. God bless and
Good night.
Thank you, people.